Welcome artists! In this video we're going to do a follow along of how to draw some of our favorite animals using basic shapes. I'm going to cover this in a few steps. First, you're going to want to pick out one of your favorite animals, one that inspires you to draw many times so you can practice. It might be the characteristics of the animal, it might be the personality. I'm going to give you a few examples of my spirit animals and why I like to draw them, a little story behind them, and maybe you'll want to try one of those. After you've chosen an animal to draw, then we're going to repeat drawing them in a few steps. First, we're going to trace them. So find a picture of the animal that you want to draw and trace it several times, maybe 20 up to however many times you need to try. Then we're going to do the same technique and method, and we're going to do that from reference and repeat the process however many times that you need to get comfortable. And then third, we're going to do that from memory, and you're going to be really impressed how quickly you can draw some of your favorite animals from memory. Then you can impress your friends with some of your doodles. So let's jump in. You can follow along. I am using the iPad with Procreate. You can use a pencil if you like, whatever medium you choose. Here we're in Procreate. We're going to create a new canvas. Then if I slide up, I'll grab my browser and do a split screen so I can reference the images. I've saved a few. The first one I'm going to do is a hummingbird. My wife says I have a personality like a hummingbird. I even took a spirit animal test and it does match a hummingbird. I like to go from one interest to another interest. I have so many. It's like hummingbirds. I guess they go to over 1,000 flowers every day to get nectar. They're super hyperactive and I just can't sit still. So I love the hummingbird. So after you've imported it, we're going to lower down the opacity under 30% so we can trace this on a new layer, so create a new layer that way. Then we're going to use the same techniques on all of these. So first what we'll do is we'll block in the body. So we'll start with the top of the neck and the bottom of the body, and then we'll do kind of a square, but we're going to round it off a little bit, just like that. That's the first part. Then we'll do the second, probably most critical part, is the head. So we'll draw around the shape. It's not quite a square or a circle, it's a little bit of an organic shape. Then we'll work on the wing, which is kind of like a triangle here. Then we'll work on the tail, which is almost like two triangles. So we'll trace those in there. Then we'll draw on the beak and add the eye. And you can always come back in later and clean up some of the connecting lines like this, and let's not forget to add the feet. And there you go. Now we have traced a simple hummingbird. You can do that more if you like, just to kind of get used to it. So let's do the second step, and we're going to do this from reference. So we'll turn off that layer and add a new one, and let's follow the same technique. So we'll start with the neck there, we'll do the bottom, we'll draw the body, the back, and then we'll draw the head, and we'll go with the wing, then we'll draw the tail. And you can find this is much easier if you do just long strokes and not try to perfect it, just try to get the shapes down. Get rid of some of those disconnecting lines, make it look a little better. There we go. All right, now let's do it without a reference. So we'll hide this here, create a new layer, hide that layer, and we'll do that again. Start with the neck, go down the body, bottom of the bird, the back of the bird, then the head. That's kind of a triangle. Then the bottom of the tail, the other side of the tail, draw the feet there, beak, the eyes. Go and clean up this a little bit. That was all from memory. Let's go on to the next animal, which I've chosen is an owl. I love owls because their symbol is wisdom, and our YouTube channel and meetup, Knowledge Mavens, logo is an owl. What we try to do at Knowledge Mavens is share knowledge so we and others can gain wisdom and make better decisions in life. So there's a lot of inspiration to draw from owls, and I love drawing them and observing them. Let's try that out. So we'll turn down the opacity. Add another layer. Now these have the similar characteristics as a hummingbird. They have the body, the head, the wing, And then we'll do the feet, we'll do the beak, the eyes. Get some of those trace marks. And let's take a look. Not too bad, pretty simple, but it's a fun bird to draw. Now let's try that from reference. What have we learned? Top of the neck, the bottom of the bird, the back of the bird, the bottom, the head of the bird, and then let's draw the wing and the feet. There's the beak. And there's your owl from reference. Let's hide the owl now and try and draw that from memory. And you can follow along with this. And let me know in the comments how you're doing. So we have the neck, the body, back, the front, the head, the wing, the feet, the beak and eyes. And there we cleaned it up. Looks pretty good. Pretty simple. The last animal I have for you is the giraffe. Some people have thought the giraffe is my spirit animal because of its lanky arms and neck and face and nose. I couldn't disagree with them. I really enjoy giraffes, especially if you've ever seen them in battle. They use their necks as a weapon. I'll reference one of the videos here. It's entertaining, but I just love observing them and they're fun animals. So let's do a giraffe. Turn down the opacity. Add another layer. They're gonna have a little bit different legs and neck, same concept. So we'll start top of the neck, the bottom of the neck. We'll do the front of the body, the back of the body, and the underneath. We'll do the bottom of the feet, and then we'll connect the dots. So here, the neck, this is almost like a rectangle, and this is almost like a circle. And then we have almost other rectangles here, and other rectangles here, with a little bit of shape that you can practice. Then I'll draw the head, almost like a triangle, the ears, we'll add in some eyes there, and some nose, then we'll connect the neck here, and get rid of our reference lines. Oh, let's not forget the tail. And there we have a giraffe. I'm gonna skip the dots and doing more features. You can do that later if you like. Let's move on and do that as a reference. Let's go with the same process here. We have top of the neck, we have the bottom of the neck, front of the giraffe, the back of the giraffe, the bottom of the giraffe, and then its feet. Okay, now let's connect the dots. We'll do the head later. Okay, well, it's not as good as the trace one, but we'll try it again. This time from memory. Top of the neck, bottom of the neck, front of the giraffe, back of the giraffe, bottom of the giraffe, bottom of the feet. And now let's connect them. Well, it has room for improvement. You can roast me. It's not exactly perfect. You get the process. It's a lot better than what I could have done before I started this. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you followed along and you learned something, or you were able to practice with me. Let me know how it went in the comments, or if you have some more ideas on drawing tutorials that you would like. I'm planning to make more of these in the future. I'm going to be covering new topics. I think I'll give this guy a name. We'll call him Calvin. And Calvin and I will see you in the next video. So long.